Hey, welcome. Oh my gosh, here we are. Another week gone by. This is Debz Cooper, currently in Dunedin for at least 4 weeks due to the lockdown. But that's another story, so we're not talking about that. So, welcome. Thank you for joining me today. Today, we're talking about up-leveling your life, which I thought would be actually a perfect one to talk about due to what's going on around us and how to keep moving. So give me a like or a love or a thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever they do on here, and let me know where you're from around the world, because I'd really love to know. And if you've got any questions, I've now sorted my Facebook Live so I can actually see your questions pop up. So if you've got any questions, give me a holler via here, and we'll see how we go with that. Yeah, I just see someone's joined from the UK, and I know where she's been. She's definitely in isolation because she's just done touring around New Zealand. So welcome to that person. So let me talk about what does up-leveling your life actually mean. So what does it look like? What does it mean to you? What does it mean to me? Because being aware that what you see about up-leveling could be different to what I see, which could be different to my 19-year-old daughter, which could be different to my dog, which could be different to all the people around us for our surroundings. Hi from the US. Oh, yay! He's here. Fantastic. Hi, John. So what does up-leveling look like for you, and what does up-leveling look like for me? So when I went to the dictionary meaning, it basically just summed it up. There was a lot of words, was progressing to the next level. And I'm fully aware that there's progressing to the next level, but there's also progressing to the next level above that, and up-leveling. So if we just take it up level 1, we're looking at taking it up another level and then another level. So up-leveling your life doesn't just have to be one level. It can be 2, 3, 4, 5. It can be more, or it can just be 1. So right now it's all about being realistic and up-leveling your life to whatever level you would like to be. So knowing that the dictionary meaning means progress to the next level, what level are you at now, not compared to anybody else, and what level do you want to be at? And I've said that a little bit slower, because what level you are at now and where you want to be at may be this much, it may be this much, it may be this much. So it's down to you and your calling of what level you would like to increase it to. So when we think about up-leveling, I go back to aspirations. I did a Facebook Live recently on aspirations, and some people call them goals, some people call them where you want to be in life, basically. So when you talk about your aspirations of what level, what steps do you need? What does it look like? Who do you want to look like? Now this is physically, mentally, spiritually, business. What level are you looking at up-leveling your life at? So we can talk about physical, but we can also talk about business. We can also talk about partners in our life, not talking about ditching the old and with the new. We could talk about people around us. Any level where you'd like to increase your level of where you're at right now. Finances, would you like to have more money in the bank now? And I suspect around what's going around in the world, I think a lot of people are now potentially regretting their choices of their spending while that everything's a little bit tight. So when we look at what up-leveling is, we just want to look at increasing that one level. And I'm going to keep reiterating that, because some people just want to go from this to this. That's fantastic, but you've got to remember that's a big jump to go from there, and you've got to have steps in place that are going to keep you sane and solid and real and realistic. So when we look at up-leveling your life, it's about what do you want that to look like. Let me know what you'd like that to look like. And when we've got that, what you'd like it to look like, how are we going to do that? So when I say how are we going to do that, are we going to read a book that we've got and learn from that? When we look at, is there a course that we'd like to take Right now, because of what's going on in the world, there's a lot of people dropping their prices on courses that are going out there. I don't know how to mute that. A lot of people are dropping on courses that are going out there. So what are those courses that you'd like to look at? With that, also yesterday I was in the garage and I noticed my old personal assistant course that I did probably 20 something years ago, and I had a quick flick through that, and there was a couple of tips in there that actually, even though this was a course 20 plus years ago, yes, I am older than 20. Course 20 plus years ago, it still had some great tips in it. So go back and look at those courses that you've got, look at them online, look at the paperwork that you've got, go back and look at that. Social media. Now, social media is a really interesting one when we talk about how. So ensure that you use your social media for a purpose, that it's there to actually up-level you, not to take you back down 10 steps, because we can jump into the hype of what's going on around there in the world, but it's wise to actually look at what's actually happening, and that helps you up level your life. Yeah, exactly. One of the people here have just said, I want to meet and make new friends this year who energize and lift me up. This is around it. So let's look at how you can do that. What do you need to do to participate in that game to up level you? Oh, that's a great one. Knowledge Broker Blueprint with Tony Robbins and Dean Grazio. Dean and Tony together are amazing, seeing them both gel together. Morning, Danny. So look at that. And social media is a great one, but like I just want to reiterate, don't let it get to you, the social media of the crazy of what's actually happening out there, because we can jump into that social media and it can take us down. So ensure you're using it for a proper purpose. It's lovely seeing the pictures of what people are doing exercise-wise, how they're sharing. Chris Hemsworth has shared his online exercise program. Now, for some of you who don't know Chris Hemsworth, Google him. I'm not even explaining, but Google him. But if he's huffing and puffing with the exercise he's doing, I would actually possibly be way worse with my huffing and puffing. So just remember, when you do this stuff to up level and you do these courses, just go to your level of that you can do, but push that little bit more, just that little bit more. So if you think you can only go for a run for 5 minutes, that's fantastic. See if you can do 5.5 minutes or 6 minutes. Just push that little bit more where your mindset goes, because that's where the true up level actually happens, when you push past that little boundary that you've got. I went for a walk yesterday and I was like, okay, this is where I'm going to. I'm just going to go to this point because I'm a little bit exhausted. I'm a little bit tired. I'm just going to get to this point. And I thought, you know what? The real truth is actually the next up level is when I just push that little bit more. Now, I didn't go twice the distance I wanted to go, but I just thought, if I can just get to this next point here and turn, this is actually amazing for me, because I wasn't feeling 100% out of my walk. So that little up level is actually the key, is when that you push past that little boundary of what you've got. So remember that that little up level, that's the key. That is where the true up leveling is where you push past that boundary. So go back to those old courses you've got, see what tips you've got there, go and see what's going on online that everyone's offering now. Get a book out, and I'm not talking about a Mills and Boons book. I'm talking about something that's a business book or a finance book or an exercise book. Mind you, Mills and Boons might give you a few tips as well. I don't have any in the house. I do have other books in the house. I'll go back to those ones, probably easier. Look at that social media and just make sure that you're taking that little bit more. The other thing is, yes, Thor, that's who he is, Google Thor. And I actually have to say, I've watched Chris Hemsworth, but I've never actually seen Thor. So maybe in my 4 weeks of isolation, I might watch a little bit of Thor. But next week, isolation's changing to a different level in this home. Anyway, that's another story. So when we look at up-leveling, please be realistic with your aspirations and your time frames. When I say that, be realistic, I mean be realistic. Your realistic might be different to your partner's realistic, which might be different to your children's realistic, which might be different to your boss's realistic. Ensure that your realistic sits with you. I know we've got some families who are struggling to get children out of bed, even though they've got school online over here. 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, they're not getting out of bed, and they've missed the whole school day. Be realistic with your guidelines. Be realistic with yours, your children's, those around you. In New Zealand, we're in isolation for 4 weeks, so there's going to be some real tense stuff sitting in our house, obviously going out for a walk. But be realistic to the people around you. Be really realistic to the time frames that you're all putting out there. And the key other thing is, who can get you help? Who can help you with this? Who can be there for you to help? Who's the person who can really help? Is there a buddy you can tap into? Ensure that they've got the same mindset. Don't if you're going to choose a buddy, so say exercise buddy, if you're going to choose a buddy, don't get your buddy who is drinks a lot, smokes a lot, doesn't exercise. Don't get them to buddy up with you. Get somebody who has a similar mindset. Now, I've got a wide variety of friends who fulfill all my needs out there. So ensure that you're actually spreading that buddy system out to those people. Get the ones who exercise. Get the ones who eat healthy. Get the ones who are social. Get the ones who love to have dad jokes. Get the ones who love to talk business. Get the ones who have that mindset around finance and what can they do. Ensure that your buddy that you have has a similar mindset to you. It's really important. If you're in a house that has people who don't have that mindset, online, this is what we're here for. This is the great time to actually utilize that. Find that space, go online, get that time, make that time for you to up-level your life. Then when you get that buddy in place, take action. Take action on it. Like, do it. That's it. Take action. If you're not going to take action, you're going to get stuck where you are, and there's not going to be any uplifting on your life. And we know that. We absolutely know that. So get that buddy, take action, keep yourself accountable. The key here is, don't beat yourself up if you say, I'm going to read this book in 2 days, I'm going to implement every step. And a week later, you've done it and you go, oh, it's too hard. I'm not going to go back to this book now. It's too hard. I've missed it. My goal of 2 days is now way out of the boundary setting. That's BS. Just reprogram your goalposts. And if you say 2 days, add another day if it needs another day, or add another 2 days. Please be realistic on your time frame if it takes any longer than what you think. Would you rather have actually said 4 days and it's going to take you 3? Or would you rather have said 3 days and it takes you 4? So personally, I would actually rather plan more than it gives you freeway and space to actually do your own thing. Oh, yeah, that's a great one. I'm currently working on a book with top tips while in isolation. Yeah, I'm going to be talking about that one next week, because there's going to be a lot of things that we've got. And that's from an Australian person, and we're actually in full isolation. I don't know if you're in full isolation in Australia yet. I don't believe you are yet. So don't beat yourself up during this time. Up-leveling your life, if you want to do more exercise, would like to do more exercise, and then suddenly you go, oh, I'm not going to, I've eaten too much potatoes today, or I've eaten too much chocolate, or I've had too much fizzy drink, or any of those things. Don't beat yourself up. Tomorrow's another day. Even this afternoon's another day. If you have chocolate for breakfast, really, so be it. Then this afternoon, don't have chocolate for afternoon tea. Please don't beat yourself up during this time. Be really gentle. The universe is asking you to be gentle on your soul. This is the key thing that is around being like this. And share. Let us know on the page what you're actually doing to up-level your life, how you're doing it. If you've got any tips, share them, because we're all part of this together. And I'd love people to share so that they can communicate with people around the world and really connect with a heart and go, that's a great idea. Like, the knowledge broker blueprint. If you've got any tips, John, share them. Let us know a couple of tips that are going to help people. Let us know, because we're all in this together. The whole world is in this together more than whatever's going on. And so not only up-leveling your life, I've chosen to up-level my life, and you may not know it, I actually don't like doing Facebook Lives. I've just said it. I don't like the whole in front of me, seeing myself there. I've done it. So I have my little piece of thing, and this goes right across my screen, so I can't see myself. So I'm just looking at this and the notes. I don't like doing it. So what I've done is to up level my life is I've chosen to go Facebook living starting next Monday, every day for 4 weeks at this time at 10:30, and I'm going to do a specific topic. We're going to talk about business, we're going to talk about finance, we're going to talk about isolation, we're going to talk about exercise, we're going to talk about food, we're going to talk about drinks, we're going to talk about our devices around us. I'm going to choose to do this for you to also up level my life. Next week, starting Monday the 30th, I will be doing my Facebook lives, and you never know, by the end of the 4 weeks I might not have this piece of paper in front of me. I might actually be able to see my face. But I'm one who doesn't like doing these things, but I love knowing I'm providing a service to those who are watching. So let's see how upliving your life goes. Let me know, share, let's go for it. I will see you Monday next week. I'll see you online here, but I will see you Monday next week, and Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. For 4 weeks, I'm doing that for you and for myself, and also for the sanity of the people I'm living with. You never know, they might actually even join me. Don't know about that, but we'll see. But thanks very much, everybody. Let's go and up-level our life just this much. Or this much, or this much, one step at a time. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we will talk to you later. See ya. See you next Monday. Bye.